guys, how you doing? It's Finn from New Energy 21. Hope you're all doing all right. Hope you're all doing well. So today I want to cover cold showers. It's something which has been in the public domain for a long time now due to Wim Hof, known as the Iceman. If you haven't looked him up, look him up. He's a very interesting man. Spends a lot of his time in ice buckets and ice pools and running up mountains with just his shorts on when they're covered in snow. Which is kind of awesome. He has adapted to the elements so beautifully, and what he has claimed has happened to him doing that is his immune system is rock solid, and he can now control his immune system with his mind, which is fantastic. I think that message to go global is brilliant, because I'm a great believer that our mind is pretty much runs 95% of what's going on with your body. So a lot of the work that Joe Dispenza does, a lot of the work that Bruce Lipton does, these guys, look them up. They're amazing teachers, and the planet's going through a change at the moment where we need people to realise that where you put your awareness is going to affect your reality. So what Wim Hof has done is he's done that with the immune system, and he has come up with a basic protocol which involves other things, but what I want to talk about is cold showers. So what's the science behind cold showers? Why would you do them? I mean, they're pretty brutal if you're not used to them, and ultimately you kind of want, a lot of us want comfort a lot of the time, which is why we like warm water, why we like warm houses, big warm coats and that sort of thing. But unfortunately, I think what that's done is it's made us weaker as a species. So having a cold shower, in a nutshell, basically stimulates your system and toughens your system. So when the cold hits your skin, the science, I believe, is that it draws blood to the surface, which is good, because that's also what infrared saunas do. They draw blood to the surface of the skin, so your organs can work better. They get to function better if there's not kind of blood cloyed in them. So if we can have a cold shower, what that does initially is I think that draws the blood to the surface, which then improves circulation. You start getting blood movement. Now, if you improve circulation, you're improving your metabolism. Now, if you are overweight, or if you have a very slow metabolism, then that's really good, because if you get cold hands a lot or cold feet a lot, then your blood's not moving enough. And so a cold shower would really stimulate your system, and it would really get things moving. And that's good for you. If you can imagine walking through a forest and you see a river, or a kind of a pool of water or a pond which is stagnant, or a part of a river which is blocked, look what happens to that river. Becomes very dirty, becomes very stagnant, becomes very smelly. That's what happens to your body if your circulation's not moving very well, and your body energy isn't traveling the way it should be and flowing. Then you end up with disease in the end, from energy and blood not reaching that part of your body. And so that's a really amazing benefit to having a cold shower. It just gets everything moving, but it's also toughening up your exterior skin surface, and it's making you get used to the elements. It's making your body adapt to the cold, which is basically toughening up your whole system. And in the society that we live in, with lots of EMFs and sugar and excessive carbohydrates, we've become weaker. Our bodies have become much more susceptible to disease. So that's one of the biggest benefits. Another benefit of having a cold shower is that it stimulates an electrical current within your body, which can directly affect your brain. So if you're tired, if you suffer from anxiety, if you suffer from depression, sometimes that stimulation for the brain can kind of give it a bit of a kickstart and give it a bit like the movement of energy again. It can kind of get things moving and get the kind of brain electric circuits firing, so you can not only is your body's energy moving, but you're starting to be a lot more, have a lot more clarity about your thinking. When I do a cold shower, I do it in the morning, and when I go into it, I feel a bit tired for the night before, whatever, if you've just woken up. I come out of it and I'll have a good couple of hours where I feel really energetic. And so, you know, proof is in the pudding, really. So how would you start? I mean, the benefits are obviously there. It's toughening you up, giving you better immunity, getting your electrical current flowing, getting your whole blood circulation going. You can't deny that they are wonderful benefits. But is there a downside to them as well? And I would say, if you're going to do this thing, if you're going to start this protocol, then you've got to do it slowly. What I did when I first started is I rocked in there and I just turned all the hot down, turned the cold right up, and I stood in the shower for a couple of minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, actually a bit longer, I think. And I came out of the shower, and it was actually quite a warm day, and I couldn't warm up. I felt my teeth kind of chattering. I think I had a bit of a cold at the time as well. And so if you're ill and you have a cold or flu, I wouldn't recommend doing it. I think you need that comfort and that kind of warmth when you're ill. But if you just find you've got low vitality, you're tired a lot, you've got adrenal fatigue, you've got exhaustion, your life is just, you have a low immunity, just generally, I would really recommend them because they're really, really good, as I've said already, for your health. So start slowly, yeah? I mean, that wasn't good for me that day that happened to me. In the end, I had to go and have a sauna to warm myself up. That's no good. Start off by having the warm fully up, yeah? And then start off with a normal temperature shower and then reduce or increase the cold. So whatever you would usually have as a cold, slowly increase that until you've got the cold all the way up with the warm still there. Do that for a couple of minutes. And what you can do is you can start on your feet, move slowly up your legs, then to your tummy, then to your chest, and you can do your head, then your back, then the back of your legs, but build up from the feet upwards. Now, the attitude when you're having a cold shower is you've got to lock yourself, like Wim Hof said. You've got to kind of lock your energy. So you're basically separating yourself from letting the cold get right into your system. You're kind of blocking it on a skin level. If you can imagine you're like Iron Man and all those things come across your body so you're protected, imagine that's happening to you. And what that does is it kind of makes you feel like you're protected. And so the cold's hitting your skin, you're getting all the benefits, but it's not getting right into you. That process is basically toughening you up. So imagine you go in there, always breathe when you're going to put the cold up because you'll find yourself go. So breathe, keep your breathing steady. Imagine yourself being strong and healthy and whatever you want to be, and lock your energy down. Then have the cold shower and then slowly increase the cold. So you can slowly start turning the warm down until you feel that it's cold for you. So it's uncomfortable for you. That's the level you want to be to, and you can increase that over time. But I would highly recommend them for anyone who wants to increase their health and vitality. The benefits that I've mentioned, I'm sure there's some I haven't mentioned as well, but I would definitely start them. The summer and the spring is probably a better time to start them than the winter, but I would get used to them. Aim up in the end, try and do 6-7 minutes if you can in the cold. You can even do it twice a day if you're that motivated, because the health benefits, if you can look at the world that we're living in, increased EMFs, and that's only going to get worse, as you probably know. Stress, increased EMFs, poor diet, heating and warm showers and warm beds and that sort of thing has made us all a bit weaker, and that's just reality. So cold showers could be a really good first step for you to improve in health and vitality. And if you already do a load of vitamins and look after yourself with vegetables and water, which I would highly recommend, I'd also highly recommend food supplements, knowing what's right for you. If you need help with that, let me know. We do hair mineral analysis, which is a brilliant way of finding out targeted supplements for you. But cold showers are an excellent addition. So any questions, please do send them. I'd love to hear from you. And if you've got any comments about cold showers, then let me know. If there's a benefit that I've really missed, or if you've got a way that works for you, let me know. Okay guys, if you're interested in what I do, all the links are below. If you like the video, hit like, and if you really like it, hit share. And if you really, really like it and you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. Got lots of cool content coming up. All right guys, love you all. Bye for now. Take care.